Hello everyone, Ceia here. So this will be the EX guide for Shattered Connection. As usual, if you need to go to any map, just go to that time step. So starting from Shattered Connection, there will be two objectives in each map. You need to clear both objectives to get all the nodes unlocked. So first thing first, I will do the boss zombie one, then I'll do the HQ one. So for the boss zombie one, you just need a standard AR SMG team, nothing much to it, and have them kill the zombie. So what I did there is to shuffle my ARs so that they retarget the small zombies. Next, let's do the other objective, which is to occupy the enemy HQ. So for this route, I'm gonna try to avoid the bosses. So the bosses go on a fixed patrol route. You can avoid them pretty easily. So ideally you want 2 combat echelons here. So the zombie bosses here, they will be on a fixed patrol route. It's pretty easy to avoid both of them. So for my echelon here, I'll stop here to stand by, then I'll sprint through next turn. My bad. Not next turn, this turn. This is Chapter 1, Map 2. There are 2 objectives here as well. It is possible to finish both objectives in one sitting, in one attempt. I'll attempt to show you guys this. So we're gonna have to deploy our ASMG. We're gonna kill this black mean here. And we'll end our turn here. So this red bean here can be popped by luring it all the way down to this radar node. Also, you need to capture said radar node and eliminate all enemies while capturing the HQ to clear the map. So we're gonna do all of this at the same time. We're gonna have an anti-bean squad right here. Let's deploy that right now. And we'll deal with that later. Now we'll bring our bean team to kill that red bean over there. There's a specific kiting method. I'll show you how. So I'll show you how to kite this. First, you need to wait for the scouts to be in range. Then you shuffle your rifle to retarget them, so that they'll start hitting the scouts. Now that Type 79 will throw the flashbang, it should freeze everything in place. Now you can retreat the things you don't need. Before the red bean starts, use a force shield to shield the bean, then you have Thompson deal with the rest. So what happened there was my rifle was dealing with the scouts to weaken them with the Molotov, and I have the stun grenade, stun everything in place while waiting for Thompson's shield to come out. So to do this, you need a high level stun and a high level smoke and a high level Molotov. So in order to lure this red bean over to the radar node here, we'll need to do something. But first, let me kill the second red bean. Now we're done with that. We're gonna deploy. Sorry, now this guy's on aggro. We're gonna start luring the Red Bean over. We're gonna deploy our dummy echelon for more movement points. Okay, now that the bean is being lured, we're gonna keep luring it. Meanwhile, we'll have our AR-SMG take care of the rest of the enemies in the map. Make sure not to cap this so that it won't surround the radar. We need that for later. Now keep luring the red bean. While clearing out the rest of the enemies in the map. Now we're gonna deploy a second dummy echelon while waiting for the red bean to walk into echelon 6. Okay, now we'll retreat this echelon, and now the red bean should disappear. Yep. Okay, now we'll set up for... Now we kill all enemies. We have we need to occupy the HQ and the radar at the same time. So to do that, we need to cap this. We need to cap these two, and we'll surround cap this later. So this needs a few turns to set up. We'll redeploy our dummy. We're double capping this, so we can surround cap by capping this later. Now we'll start working on surround capping the HQ. Make sure you have enough movement points for this. So this is 3, this is 1, and this is 0. So to do this, you need to surround cap the HQ and the radar at the same time. This way, you would complete both objectives at the same run. This is chapter 1, map 3. So the objective 1 here will be eliminate at least 5 enemies. So basically we're gonna have a machine gun, shotgun, walk around and kill stuff. So machine gun, shotgun, we have to run 2 shotguns here due to how turrets work. So let's do this and do this. So turrets hit 2 at once. That's why we're forced to run 2 shotguns. This is Chapter 1, Map 3, Objective 2. So in order to capture HQ, we need to control all 4 switches here. And in order not to trigger Objective 1, we only can kill a maximum of 4 enemies. So we'll be using the same echelons as Objective 1. But this time we'll be careful not to kill too many enemies. So this switch can be accessed by killing these 2 turrets here. This can be accessed without killing anything. This can be accessed by killing this turret here. So we only kill 4 enemies in this scenario. So in order to open the gate, we need four echelons to sit at the consoles, the switches rather. So we need 2 dummy echelons for this. So the scout has no turrets here, you can use AR-SMG against that. Okay, now that we all have all of our echelons at the switches, the passcode is 2143. So we're gonna open 2, then 1, then 4, then 3. That's the passcode, 2143. Now we'll go kill this. Oh, no, we cannot kill this. We need to capture the HQ without killing more than 5 enemies. So we have to surround cap the HQ. Do not kill the scout. Surround cap it. This is chapter 2, map 1. So the first objective is to lure this Manticore over here, over to here. How do you do that? That's pretty simple. We're only gonna have our machine gun, shotgun kill this turret. That will trigger the mechanic for the Manticore to walk left. And now we'll end our turn, and the Manticore will walk left to the heavy heliport. This is chapter 2, map 1, objective 2. So we need to occupy all of the highlighted nodes here within 5 turns while eliminating all enemies on the map. So we're gonna deploy our MGSG here again, And instead of going down, we're going to go up. Keep in mind there is a 1 echelon limit here. So we need to use the MGSG because the turrets. Also, there is a heavy helipad there, so you can make use of an HOC to help you out with movement. Now we'll deploy an HOC to help out with the movement. Keep in mind it need not be supplied. Grab the bomb. Go back here. Now we'll use the HOC to bomb the Manticore. Then we'll have this echelon surround Captus, while HOC surrounds Captus. Now we'll have to kill the enemies on the map. Keep in mind that you only have a 5-turn limit here, so then we're gonna bring HOC over here. Now we'll kill the last enemy and surround cap this. And this will clear the map. This is Chapter 2, Map 2. So for the first objective, we need to occupy the enemy HQ while bombing a specific rebel, which is Type 3. Type 3 is this guy over here, so we need to blow this up. Objective 2 forces us not to blow this up, but we'll get to that later. So we're using 2 echelons here as well. We're going to use the handgun rifle here, the ARSMG here. Gonna have this echelon go here and grab the bomb, and handgun rifle to walk outwards so that our HQ won't get surround capped. Now I'll pick up the bomb here, and I'll turn. What is Ryby doing there? Now we'll come out to the rock and deploy 2 dummy echelons. Then we're gonna blow up the rock next turn. Now let's blow up the rock and go grab the second bomb. And then I'll turn at the rock. Now that the path is clear, we're gonna blow up the rock and go straight to the enemy HQ. And we're done. This is Chapter 2, Map 2, Objective 2. So we cannot blow this rock up this time. And we have to go around to reach the HQ. So let's get to it. Same opening as Objective 1. Pick up the bomb, and I'll turn. Now we're gonna deploy the 2 dummy echelons from earlier. And park one dummy echelon here. Get the second one up. And wait here. Now we're gonna blow up this rock over here. Grab the bomb. And run back up. Now we're gonna go here, blow up this rock, go here, resupply. We should have enough movement points to go here to lure this zombie over. Now we'll keep luring this zombie. The top one too, with the echelon 2. Keep luring. Keep luring. And keep luring. Now you should have enough movement points to make a sprint to the enemy HQ, or at least close to it. This is chapter 2, map 3. We'll be doing the first objective first, which is to demolish gates and defend for 5 turns. So we'll basically be using the console over there, the switch over there. So we'll have our ARSMG go to the switch. We'll deploy our second echelon and leave them at HQ. Now we'll close the doors. You can close the door on the previous turn as well. There's no problem. Now we're gonna move our handgun rifle left and move our air SMG back to HQ. In order to demolish the gates, the zombie bosses will do it for us, so we'll stop here. Now we'll hold position here for 2 more turns. The gate should be smashed, but the animation's not showing, so don't worry. You guys can clear it like this, no worries. This is Chapter 2, Map 3, Objective 2, so we cannot touch the control panel this time. I'm gonna bring a special echelon here because of the DPS checks by the zombie bosses, you guys will see. So we're gonna do 1 echelon, 2 combat echelons, excuse me. Then we'll do have this echelon go here and let it stay there for the rest of the run while defending the HQ. Then we'll keep this position for the rest of the run. Now for the zombie boss, you want your fiery skill here, and also full repairs. So you need to reset everybody's targeting by shuffling. Keep in mind that this is a hard DPS check. If you can't clear this, it's okay to drop down to normal to get the second objective. No shame in that. This is Chapter 2, Map 4. The first objective here is to kill all enemies on the map. The second objective is to rescue the hostage in 5 turns without using the control panel. So we're gonna do objective 1 first. We're gonna kill everything on the map. So for this, we're gonna bring in 2 combat echelons as usual. Then our second combat echelon will be deployed here and move them to the right. Now we're gonna have our AR-SMG run straight to the console here. Whoops, that's not the right kiting. Swap goes to the switch. Now we're gonna open both doors. And you guys know what comes next. The zombie bosses will walk to the gates, and you guys will know what I'm doing next. It's pretty obvious. I'm gonna squish both zombie bosses. Even though squishing will not reduce the zombie boss's HP, it will reduce the escort's HP. If you don't squish it, the escorts will be very difficult to deal with. So you can squish it to about 117k. That's the limit. Then we'll engage both of them with our combat echelon. Now that they are both dead, we'll have our echelons clear out the rest of the area from zombies. Watch your ammo count, by the way. This is Chapter 2, Map 4, Objective 2. So for Objective 2, I am not able to touch the switches. I need to clear this in 5 turns with the hostage rescued. So the opening is very similar. So we'll run straight to the hostage. Excuse me. Then we're gonna rescue the hostage. So for the players with parachute here, you can wait for a turn, move Echelon 2 out of the way, parachute back to the helipad, and rescue for an easy clear. That is for the players with parachutes. If you do not have parachute, this is where you will need the guide for. We're gonna lure the zombie up to where Echelon 2 is. You should have enough movement points to sprint to the heavy helipad from here. And you should have enough ammo as well if you didn't mess up. So like I said, for the players with parachute, you can just parachute back to the helipad at turn 3 or turn 2. So you don't need to go this long way around. And we're done. This is Chapter 3, Map 1. We'll be using 2 combat echelons here, as usual. So the objective here is to eliminate all enemies on the map, then go to this detonator and bomb everything. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sprint to the detonator first. Don't worry, the zombies won't bomb your echelon with the detonator. Then we'll deploy our dummy echelon here. Then we'll run our AR-SMG down here and handgun rifle here. Then we'll deploy 2 more dummy echelons. Preferably, I'll recommend AR-SMG against this, but since I have what I have, should be fine. Now we're gonna go in with this echelon to kill the enemies that are at these positions. And I have this echelon kill the remnants here as well. Now that everything's dead, retreat your echelons, or rather move them away and blow up everything. Now we blow up everything with this echelon. Keep in mind that this should clear your stage here. However, it's bugged here and it wouldn't clear. If it's on the real server, it will clear this. So yeah. This is chapter 3, map 2. I'll be doing the first objective first, which is to capture the HQ over here. This is sort of a puzzle map, so yeah, let's treat it as a puzzle map. First, we'll have this echelon run up here to the switch on the top. Now deploy a second echelon on the HQ. Then we'll move this echelon to the radar up here. So that this zombie will start moving. Then we're gonna deploy another dummy. Gonna have this echelon go here. switch. Sorry, to the radar. Then have this echelon run up. Deploy another dummy. Then we'll open the door so that this beam will start moving. Now we open the door. And have this echelon sprint over. And we're done. This is Chapter 3, Map 2, Objective 2. So for this objective, we need to kill a red bean for some goddamn reason. So we'll be using a slightly different red bean comp compared to the previous one. So we're gonna eat the first red bean. This way we can retreat everything and have Thompson tank it. And you're done. This is Chapter 3, Map 3. I will not be going through the first one because the first one has a very high DPS requirement. So I'll be only doing the second one. If you want to do the first... If you want to do the other objective, go back to normal and do it. It's not viable on EX unless you have the DPS for it, which most of us don't have. Then we'll go here and deploy a dummy echelon on HQ. Then we'll run this echelon up here. Then we'll rescue 45 this turn. Be careful not to aggro the Nitos while going back. Don't stop here, stop here. Now we'll go back to the HQ, this route, and rescue 45 via HQ. And we're done. Like I said, if you want to do the other objective, go back to normal and do it. This is chapter 4 map 1, objective 1. So we need to kill 6 Nitos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. To do that, we need to not aggro the Strider on turn 1. We're gonna go here. Then we're gonna deploy our second echelon here, and have this and this go here. We're gonna have M4 kill this and go back and capture the solar pad. Now this Nito will walk to you and you should be able to clear this map now. Wow. Sorry, I missed that one. This is chapter 4, map 1, objective 2. So for objective 2, we need to capture the enemy HQ, which is only accessible if you go around the Striders. So let's start off with grabbing this close helipad. Now we'll deploy our second echelon on the HQ. Then we're gonna move this echelon here. Now this Strider will move left and be out of our way. Now that we have the Strider's attention, keep in mind its aggro range, so we're gonna have this echelon run left. Now the Strider won't capture our HQ, so meanwhile we can have this echelon run all the way up here. Now you can use your echelon to run to the enemy HQ and clear this map. And this map's done. This is chapter 2 map, chapter 4 map 2. There's only one objective, is to eliminate all enemies. However, there are 3 death stacks in the map, or rather there's 2. One here and one here. So there's a specific way to take down those death stacks. I'm gonna mention how later. But now, let's deploy 2 combat echelons here. And let them kill stuff. Now deploy Dummy Echelon here. You also can deploy a 3rd combat echelon just in case this armored doggo decides to walk to the close helipad. Okay, so this armored doggo here is on a random movement pattern. So there are 2 ways to deal with this. 1, you retreat one of these echelons and deal with it right now. 2, you have a 3rd combat echelon that can deal with it. For this demo, I'm gonna have a 3rd combat echelon just to deal with it. So we'll go here, unlock this panel here, and run this echelon like this.
敵が来ました。戦闘開始。まだまだですよ。面倒ですから全部片付けてしまいましょう。
After this, you run your combat echelon here to turn this black bean into a tower. Then we'll go down and grab the black bean. And on the way back, we're gonna kill this Manticore. Now we'll kill this while walking to the Strider. Correction, we need to catch this helipad first so that there will be no more spawns. Then we'll walk to the Strider. Then we'll bomb the Strider, and we'll kill the last enemy. is Chapter 4, Map 3. So, for this map, there are 2 objectives. First is to rescue M4, second is you have to eliminate all enemies and open all gates. So there's a master switch here that can open all gates. These helipads are on a timed release, so we're gonna deploy 3 dummy echelons for the switches first. And I'll turn here. Then we spawn our ARSMG on the top. Then we'll open a switch for that, which is the middle one. Now we'll walk this to the next gate. Then go to the next portion. We have to reset first. Then you click the bottom one. So from here, you can do both objectives from here. So you can either rescue M4 and go down to this side here and open the gate to rescue her when the helipad opens, or you can kill all enemies and open all doors via this main switch here. Master switch. So like I said, there are 2 choices here. You can either, you have to reset this first. Then open the master switch here. I said open the master switch. Excuse me. So you have to do the specific sequence. 2143 is the sequence. So two, 1, 4, and 3. This is the sequence to open all doors. Then you have two choices here. You either rescue M4 by sitting at this helipad, or you kill this last enemy to clear the map. You have to do both in order to clear the map anyway. This is chapter 4, map 4. So for this, you either occupy the HQ by sneaking in or kill the failed isomer. So for this, I will demonstrate both ways to do this. First, I'm gonna deploy a gun rifle up here, AR SMG down here. Then dummy echelon here. Same thing with this echelon. Go up, dummy echelon. Now we're gonna run this echelon all the way up here. to unlock this gate here. Then we're gonna resupply our ARS energy and run here. Now we'll have this dummy echelon go here to prepare for next turn, while this dummy echelon runs back here. Now we will use this echelon to go to the radar and have this run back. By going to the radar, we made this enemy disappear. Now we'll run this echelon away. Now we'll go to the switch. Keep running this echelon away. Open this gate here. You may open this gate as well. I'm gonna run this down here. Okay, so there are two ways to doing this right now. One is, never mind. Let's carry on. So we want to have this echelon start luring out the Naito. Okay, now there are two paths we can choose to clear this map. One is that you run this echelon with grape away, so that this Naito will go back here, and it'll keep capping stuff to get this heavy heliport to kill this Naito. Alternatively, you can just run and sneak the HQ. So for the people that are lazy, you can just sneak the HQ and do this other objective at normal mode, which is a lot easier than EX. I mean, the EX boss is a lot harder than normal. So we can do this, and we can just cap the HQ and do the other objective at normal. Welcome to Chapter 5 EX. Perhaps one of the most difficult chapters ever done for an event. So for the first objective, I'm gonna do a pacifist run. To do that, we need a lot of dummy echelons. Keep in mind that this pacifist route can be done for your daily crates, if you so wish to, just as a little bit manual. Then we'll start up the generator and run to this close heliport here, or rather heavy heliport. Now we'll run to the radar. Use EMP. Then have this echelon come out. Deploy another dummy echelon. Now we'll sneak past them to capture the HQ. And we're done. I would highly recommend doing the second objective in normal mode, because you don't want to do this in EX. It's very difficult. So go do the second objective in normal. This is chapter 5 map 2. This is chapter 5 map 2. We're gonna be using a gunboat astronaut, aka 4 machine guns, 1 handgun. Why? You see. So firstly you need to have enough firepower to kill this before Gustav's support comes. Then you can deploy a dummy echelon here. Remember to start up the generator. Then we're gonna walk to the tank. Yep, there's a tank here. How do you kill this? So there's Gustav fire. Anything at the back here will be fired upon. So delay as long as possible before retreating all of them. Also there's tanks here. Now we just let our machine gun tank and kill the tanks. Now we'll use EMP to make all the enemies not move. Then we'll do this so that we can capture the closed helipad for more movement points next turn. Now we'll kidnap 45 and run away. The same path we came. And rescue 45. This is chapter 5 map 3. As usual, I'm going to be doing one objective, the other objective doing it normal, because it's not easy, okay? Chapter 5 is not easy. So for this, I'm going to just deploy my AR-SMG and end my turn. We have the Cyclops walk into me. Keep in mind that you can use shotguns to tank Cyclops shots. But for this, we're doing it the difficult way. Now we're gonna repair and rearm everybody. Move to the right. Deploy our machine gun shotgun. And have this engage this. If you do not have enough DPS for this, you're gonna get creamed by the Gustav, so keep that in mind. But that's okay, you have infinite repairs anyway, right? Like I said, if you don't have enough DPS, you'll get creamed by the Gustav. But that's okay. You can repair. Now repair everything. Have your ARSMG deal with the Cyclops. Now deploy a dummy echelon here. Have ARSMG grab this helipad, swap with this, resupply your MGFG if needed, run up here. Repair, resupply, kill another Cyclops. Then we're gonna have this echelon run here, and have our machine gun shotgun run here. Keep in mind that there are a lot of enemies on patrol around here, so just wait for them to pass. Gonna run our MGSG back here. Now we're gonna resupply this again and check whether the path is clear. It should be clear. Okay, first of 3 Gustavs, you want your MGSG to be in this formation. You need to bring out your Taunt Fairy as well. We're gonna retreat our shotgun, have the Taunt Fairy do the work. Try to have your machine guns target the side modules first. As long as somebody is targeting it, it's fine. So you need to kill this before the taunt dies now. So bring your long battle specialist as possible. So this is a DBS check. So the second fight, bring your machine guns up to the front. Then you may use taunt if you want to, and let's go. Welcome to 5-4 EX, perhaps one of the most difficult maps ever designed. I say that because I've experienced it myself multiple times. So, don't believe me? I'll show you why. So first things first, you want to block this helipad, or rather you want to cap this helipad, so that there will not be any enemies spawning from your rear. You don't want enemies to come from your rear. Then we'll deploy our ARSMG to deal with the Cyclops. Ideally you want an AR Grenadier in here so you can nuke them. Something like 416 mod will be amazing. Something like that. Now we want to get our handgun rifles out. Let's get our first one out. Swap. And repair. Then we want to grab Echelon. Go here. Now we're gonna cap this one. Let's do this. Keep in mind that we have to keep the supply line for 4 turns after this.
敵が来ました。戦闘開始。あんたをもっと素敵にしてあげるよ。哀れむ心に目を捨てました。状況がまずい。これはあんたの指揮官。今回の勝利は
So let's move our ARSMG to grab the flag.
あんたをもっと素敵にしてあげるよ。見つけた。ターゲット確認。撃て。
Then we'll have our handgun rifle go through this mess and grab and secure our supply line this turn.
全員戦闘準備。日を改めて決着をつけることは決して恥ずかしい。
So we're securing the supply line for this turn. From this turn rather. We're gonna cap this heavy helipad as well, so you can bring in your HOC support if you ever need it.
敵が来ました。戦闘開始。撤収です。指揮。
Now repair your machine guns if needed. Now it's basically we have to keep this area away from the enemy. So let's do a sweep with both echelons. So this can go here. This can go here. Bring our army echelon back so we can do repairs easier. Get back in. Now we're gonna camp the zombie node with our ARSMG.
あんたをもっと素敵にしてあげるよ。あなたに脊髄なんか必要ですか？状況がまずい。指揮官、今回。
By the way, our friendly Gustav is supposed to support us, but apparently it's not. So keep that in mind.
戦闘開始。撤収です。敵襲。全員戦闘準備。勝負ありね。 改めて決着をつけることは決して恥ずかあんたをもっと素敵にしてあげるよ。仲間だろうと敵だろうと誰にも負けたくないの。状況がまずい。指揮官、今回の
Now we've kept it for 2 turns, so let's continue sweeping this area. Nothing? Okay. Then we'll resupply and repair if needed. I'm gonna bring back my ARSMG to resupply. And bring it back to where it was. Let's keep holding out. This is the last turn that we need to hold out, so we just clear out this line here and retreat back to the good stuff. Since I need to show you guys how to deal with this, usually you use grape to nuke these guys. You have to use grape. So since these guys are not in play, let's not touch them. And we're done with this turn. And we're done. This is chapter 5, map 6. So for this, there are good stuffs here again, so prepare your echelons for that. first, I have now have Sop run here to get that helipad for later. Now we'll be using a dummy echelon to lure this guy. We don't want him there. We're gonna lure this guy away. Now we're gonna deploy our machine gun shotgun. That's gonna deal with the good stuff over here. And we're gonna move our echelon that's gonna deal with this over here. Usually I would say use AR-SMG, but I only have this, so we do what we have to do. Then retreat this echelon. Then we'll kill this Gustav here. This is the first one, which targets the front. Keep in mind that this is a DPS check, so if you can't meet the DPS check, you need a lot more firepower. For the second one, you need to change the formation, like I said, and do something like, and make sure that Set gets enough armor. Alternatively, you can just not change the formation and run your machine guns to the front. As shown here, there's a third fight, so don't use too much HP. Try to get the pots down first.
私がいれば当然の
For the third and last one, you want taunt for this?
敵が来ました
Run the machine guns you want to the front.
大失敗ね面倒ですから全部片付けてしまいましょうあれがボロボロになっちゃいましたさすがに降参ですよしこれでバッチリです私はあんたたちと違うよーしこれでバッチリです
Once the sub guns are down, you don't need to kite your shotgun anymore.
みんなが待っています私がいれば当然の結果感謝してよね
And you're done.
私は64式小
This is chapter 5 map 7, the last map of the event. So for this map, it's pretty simple compared to the other last maps of this game. So let's bring our assault rifle shotgun to take care of the turrets on top. So first, we need to bring the gun revolver here. Swap with 45, so 45 will eat this guy over here. No worries, they'll be fine. Deploy AR-SMG. You can put a shotgun in there just to tank damage from the zombies if you so want to.
復讐だ復讐のチャンスやった復讐だあなたに脊髄なんか必要ですかやった M
Now we'll rescue 45. Swap. Rescue. Swap back. Have machine gun, not machine gun, AR shotgun, take care of the turret now.
知らないけどあなたはまだまだよ闘気を逃すな弱点がバレバレよかわいそうな最終兵器マグナムラジンス私ならこうするわよまだまだですよよーしこれでバッチリです任務完了
With that done, we're gonna send another dummy echelon to where M4 is. Swap with M4. And remember to close the door so that we can deny KCCO access to our main area. Keep M4 on eliminate and let them run. retreat echelon engaged by the zombie boss.
誰だか知らないけど、あなたはまだまだよ。まだまだですよ。最終兵器マグナムウェディング。私なら私にとってこの勝利は大したことだ。復讐だ。あなたに脊髄なんか必要ですか？やった。
Resupply AR SMG, swap with M4, and go to Cord. She's gonna die anytime now. So go to Cord.
あんたをもっと素敵にしてあげるよ。私はもう変わったんだ。これはあんたの手？それとも足？指揮官、今回の勝利はあんたをもっと素敵にしてあげるよ。復讐のチャンス。ターゲット確認。撃て。状況がまずい。こんなの。もっと遊びたい。
So there are two scenarios here. One, the zombie boss is here. Two, the zombie boss is not here. So if the zombie boss is here, go somewhere else to avoid it. If not, do this. Switch, rescue. Spawn the echelon that you just sacrificed to the zombie boss over here. Swap. Put this M4 in standby. This is where she needs to be. And end their turn.
誰だか知らないけど、あなたはまだまだよ。弱点がバレバレよ。かわいそうなくらい。まだまだですよ。いただき。好機を逃すな。よーし、これでバッチリです。私にとってこの勝利は大したことじゃない。
Okay, so there's two ways to do this here. Either run this echelon up or here. Depending where the zombie boss is, we need to adjust accordingly. So this guy is actually over here, so we have no choice but to go up. However, this echelon is actually pretty weak right now, so keep in mind that they can't take many fights.
あんたをもっと素敵にしてあげるよ。無駄無駄。この程度。これはあんたの手？それとも足？状況がまずい。
If needed, have M4 tank. She can tank.
この程度状況がまずい。指揮官、今回は撤退しよう。 状況がまずい。指揮官、今回は撤退しよう。
Then move this here and move this here. Have your shotgun team rescue Deagle this turn. Remember to keep M4 on standby here. Rescue both hostages and you're done. If you're afraid of a back cap, prepare one of the echelons to go after the zombie that you're worried of, like this one over here, my back cap. So we'll take care of it before ending the turn.
少女前線